Hello, good evening. This is Natasha Harrison here, founder and CEO of Break the Silo, Live on Purpose and Passion. It is your resource for Black women, committed to helping Black women live on purpose and passion to create their ideal lives. I send you greetings this Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to do a little bit of housekeeping before we jump into today's discussion on the importance of creating a circle of influence and support. So before we get started, I want to do a Break the Silo roll call. So if you're tuning in with us, please like this live post that's happening right now. Please, tag your friends, share the at Break the Silo Facebook page. Go to our website at www.breakthesilo.com to sign up for our periodic updates. That's located on the opening page of our website. Please share throughout this conversation if you're tuning in live with us, or even if you catch the recording of this. Please share your social links because Break the Silo is all about providing support and space. So we want to know what you're doing. We want to know what you're doing out in the community, out with other folks, friends, family. Please share your social links wherever you are. We want to connect to you. And so let me just wait here as people are coming in the line to hear our topic today on literally creating a sacred space to build a network you can depend on, and the importance of building that sacred space and network. Hi, Neith. I see you're in. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, Neith. Coming in to us as we are waiting for other folks to come in. Again, if this is your first time tuning in with us, just know that Break the Silo, Live on Purpose, Passion is a resource for Black women who want to define their purpose and passion to create their ideal lives. And so we do this in a few ways. One way is that we do live events. And I'll share a little bit more about those live events to help you define, live, and reflect on purpose and passion. We have a group coaching series called Break the Silo Sister Circle. Exactly what we're talking about today, which is creating a place, sacred place, and building a network you can depend on. So that is what the Sister Circle is all about. The other way to connect with us to get resources, we offer 90-day VIP one-on-one coaching to help you get some clarity on your purpose and passion, and really carve out a roadmap for 90 days on how to do kind of that initial purpose passion work. And then the last service, which is really our entree. If you're on the fence and not really sure about Break the Silo, or just honestly not sure about your own direction, you can sign up for a free 1 hour Break the Silo mindset session, which I work with you to really think through what is the barriers preventing you from beginning that journey. And we work for an hour, and I help you get a little bit of clarity just to get started, a little boost, a little confidence, and some esteem to start you on your way. All right, as people are coming in, just waiting as people are coming in. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much again for tuning in for Break the Silo, Live on Purpose and Passion. We come here every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on at Break the Silo Facebook page. So again, please, I want to know who you are. Share your social links, tag a friend, bring them along with you along this journey. So before I jump into the topic, I want to, again, for folks that are new, tuning in with us for the first time, I wanted to share what is Break the Silo Live, and and how did this all come about. So Break the Silo Live, Break the Silo Live on Purpose Passion, again, is a resource for Black women who want to live on purpose, passion to create their ideal lives. And so it was started from honestly looking at and reflecting on the life of my mother as I was turning 40 this past March 7th. And really, my mother, unfortunately, she passed away before she could accomplish some of the goals, the dreams she had for her life. And so I do this in memory of her. I want Black women to feel supported. I want, my attention is that I want Black women to have tools to think through how to live on purpose and passion, and really what is their personal purpose and passion statement. And also just to get some support, some love, some mentorship, some critical, I should say, some critical love, support and mentorship. And, since I've started this, I've gotten a number of calls and emails from our newsletters that we've been sending out each Monday morning, who are on fire, who this is resonating with them, and they're feeling the need that it's time now for them. They've poured into so many people, their friends, their family, especially their children and their partner, and they're saying, you know what, I want to pursue this. I want to write that best-selling book. I want to raise awareness on mental illness. I want to help other women live healthy, vibrant lives. And they just want some tools to get started, and that's what Break the Silo, Live on Purpose Passion is all about. We help you get there, and we help you get the support you need along this journey. Not a sprint, not a quick race, but along this journey of revelation about yourself, and who you are and who you were meant to be and to serve in this journey. So this is why Break the Silo, Live on Purpose Passion, our team, we've designed some resources, as I mentioned earlier, and I really want to highlight Break the Silo Live, which I'm excited about, that's coming up, and just gotten some really great feedback. And we are hosting these quarterly events to help you define. So what is that personal purpose passion statement? And what is that initial purpose passion work? So how do you live on that? How do you hold space in the midst of all of the other responsibilities that you have? And then reflect on your purpose and passion. So as you begin this journey, what showed up for you? What happened? What happened around you? What happened inside of you? And what are you going to take for the next 60 days in this work? So Break the Silo Live, our first session is Saturday, June 10th. Again, I didn't mention this, but all of these sessions are from 8:30 to 12 o'clock, 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. on a Saturday. So the first one is Saturday, June 10th, at the Gathering Spot here in Atlanta, where we help you define your purpose and passion. Discover the life that you want to live by really examining that authentic voice, those qualities, those gifts, and the reason for them. And at the end of the session, you will have your personal purpose passion statement, but then you'll also learn from one of our expert speakers, Neith Sankofa, who is joining us right now, to figure out how to hold space in the midst of, daily obligations, all the multitasking that all of us as women that we do from day to day. So how do we hold that space? Our second session is, Saturday, September 16th, Live on Purpose Passion. So what does that first 60 days look like? So what does that initial purpose passion work look like? What do you hear? What do you see? What do you say while you're living on purpose passion? How do you show up? how do you now brand yourself with who you know you to be, and to share with others on who you are. And you'll hear from one of our expert speakers, Allison Todd, who I've had the pleasure of working with for the past year, who is literally a brand maven, communications guru, social media maven, who can really help us think through what is our personal brand. And our last session is Saturday, November 18th. And again, this one is all about reflecting. So you've been along this journey with us since June. And so what happened? What took place as you begin to embark on this journey? And what were those daily intentions and those celebrations that you did as you begin to hit those wonderful milestones along your journey as part of your 60-day plan? And then at the close of the session, you'll have some key questions and tools to ask yourself over and over again, to set intention, to keep walking, to keep holding the space. And so that is so important in this work. And so as you can see, all of these sessions build on each other, all three of them. You can take them one at a time, or you can, take all three, as Lisa Jones, who is was in our video that we put out on yesterday, sharing why she signed up for all three sessions. And so we want you all to take advantage of all three sessions as well. And the reason, again, we don't want any barriers. We want people to get engaged with Break the Silo Live, all three sessions. And so we have 2 exclusive offers. But I want to also just share quickly, what you'll receive by signing up for Break the Silo Live. So you'll get the 3-hour live session if you sign up for one. You'll get our wonderful Break the Silo workbook. It is a 60-day workbook to help you live on purpose, passion for the first 60 days. And it is a workbook that you can use over and over again to evaluate where you are on your journey. You'll also have access. We will be recording the live events. So you'll get a recording of the live event to review over and over again. And that is not all. We're also offering childcare. As a mother of 2, I understand. I completely understand, taking time out on a Saturday morning may be difficult with all of the priorities. So we're offering childcare we have 10 slots only 10 slots. First come, first serve. Lisa Jones has already snagged one of the spots. So actually we have 9 left. If you want to take advantage of that, your child must be at least 2 years old, but younger than 12. And then also you'll have access to a motivation, Break the Silo motivation playlist. Again, we want to support you on this journey, to have those positive intentions to create that space. And then you have access to Break the Silo 30-day daily motivational, where you'll get in your email box every day for 30 days, a motivation to help you set that intention every day. Again, hold space for your purpose and passion. And so, all right, so these 2 exclusive offers that I'm offering. So the first one is you can get all three sessions for $137. That is all of what I talked about, all what you receive, all the bonuses, even childcare, every single session, for $137. That's right, $137. So what is 137 divided by 3, right? You're talking about approximately about $40 worth of support per session, and typically all 3 is around $800. So you're getting a bargain deal, because again, I don't want people to have any barrier to begin this journey, this initial critical stage in your journey. Because if you've been listening with me for over a month now, and you've been kind of on the fence, here is your opportunity to get off the fence and make the decision and join us. But then I'm also offering, so I do understand, financial hardships. I've had a couple of feedback comments from women. So I'm also offering 3 scholarships for all 3 sessions. And so here's how you can snag one of those scholarships. So you have to do one of two things, right? So the first one is you can write a post, a Facebook post, tag at Break the Silo, and answer 3 questions. These questions are: what do you want Break the Silo Live help you accomplish? What are your gifts? And how would you use your gifts to serve, to help, to contribute? Again, write a Facebook post and answer those 3 questions. Or you can do what I'm doing now. Create a video, answer those 3 questions, post it on Facebook, and tag us. And let us know you're trying to grab one of those 3 scholarships. Okay, so you can either write a Facebook post or do a video on Facebook and tag us and let us know, hey, this is to compete for one of those 3 scholarships. You must do this by May 12th. So if you want one of those scholarships, you must submit your submission by May 12th. Also, if you want to take advantage of all 3 of the sessions for $137, like my friend Lisa Jones has done, you need to do that also by May 12th. Again, this is all about removing barriers, creating the space for you to live on purpose and passion. And I want you, as I'm looking here, the need said, this is providing a space for all of us to become, right? To become whatever that is, whatever we are called to be. And so this is for you. This is an opportunity for you to carve out time in your busy schedule and make time for yourself. And so, hello, Ayodele. My husband just joining in with us. Hello, Ayodele Harrison. Thank you for tuning in with us. And so now I want to transition. So the topic of today is creating spaces of abundance and dependable network for you. But really, what is the importance of creating a circle of influence and support? So, many of us, hey, I'm a superwoman. I can do it. I can handle it. I can figure it out. I got this. I can do this. I don't need, right? ... But I want to talk about and center why it is so important to have that network, that circle, that space that lifts you up in the midst of you along this journey, defining your purpose, passion, living on it, reflecting on it, how important it is to have that sacred space, network, that group accountability partners to support you, to be critical, and to love on you. Because I can tell you, as someone who has shared what they believe their purpose, passion is, and people saying, well, how are you going to do that? And what's that about? And really, honestly, poo-pooing on what I believe that my gifts, what I believe my gifts are for in not only my community, in the lives of my family, in the lives of my friends. And so I totally understand that, and just have been very thankful for the circle of influence that I have that have supported me, have been critical and accountable, and created some accountability measures for me so that I keep moving and keep going, and keep becoming. And I'm becoming even as I'm talking to you right now and learning in this space. So I always in our conversation want to center us on a quote. And this quote comes from Ava DuVernay. And her quote is, when Black women are together, a sacred space can be conjured. Again, that quote is, when Black women are together, a sacred place can be conjured. So just think about that for a moment. A sacred place can be conjured. Um, so this past Friday, I had the pleasure of leading a 45-minute session to help women at Junior League of Atlanta's Women's Leadership Forum get clarity on their purpose to lead a happier professional life. I put us, as you can imagine, in a conference space. It was theater style, very stuffy. So I put us in a circle together so that we could see each other's beautiful faces, and also hear each other. It's a good way to know what I'm hearing and who I'm hearing it from, to see body language, what is happening. And so I put us in a circle, and again, I only had 45 minutes to kind of help them think about, get some clarity as much as possible, these 20 plus women that was in my session. And the first question I asked them, what do you want this session to help you accomplish by the end? So what do you want the session to help you accomplish? And so these women wrote, here's some of the sticky notes, wrote on some sticky notes and posted them on flip chart paper and just tacked them up there. And so I want to read a few of them. And again, keep in mind, I only have 45 minutes. So one of them said, I want to make sure my dreams and goals and ideas are realistic and in line with my responsibilities as a wife, a Junior League of Atlanta leader, and productive member of society. Ooh, that's a lot, right? She just probably explained most of the women that are probably listening to this right now. You want to, again, we're multitaskers. That is kind of the largest region of our brain. We can move in and out the various regions of our brain, and do certain things. So this one quote, right? We want to take over the world, but we want to be realistic, right? We want to be realistic while we take over the world. And honestly, that is, I don't know if the realistic is the right word, probably, that she was thinking of, but that is a profound experience that she's trying to create. That's amazing. And so that someone probably told her that's unrealistic, right? Probably what's in her head. And that's why she used that word realistic. Another person said, steps in thinking through the alignment of passions, right? So I have all these passions and how I spend the majority of my time within my career, right? So how do I get passion focused, right? I can do so many things, right? Because again, we're all gifted and I want to do everything. I'm a woman and I want to do everything. So how do I get some focus? Another person just said, a better sense of my purpose. Redefine my purpose. I'd love to acquire new tools to help me focus on defining and developing my purpose. So you get the drift. Most of the women during, again, only 45 minutes. This was not individual work. This is, 20 plus women. Shout out to Tiffany Tolbert, my sister, who was also in the session with us. My sister in love, who was in session with us. And again, to try to get clarity. But I put us in a circle for a purpose. And that purpose was, I wanted these women to begin to mentor each other as we begin to talk. And so what happened, that happened that was so profound in the session, as women began to talk about, one woman in particular, I know, she said, I'm having this problem at work around communication, and it is stifling me as I'm, living on purpose, trying to live on purpose, passion. I know I'm a developer. I know I have these gifts in training and education and developing youth and developing adults. I just have this natural ability. And, I just at my workplace, this communication, all these silos at my job is busy noise that is not helping me, is making me distracted, right? And so what I did was I turned her dilemma back into the group. And what happened was all of these different women began to offer advice, and begin to say, well, hey, and I honestly turned it to them and said, what did you hear her say? And what happened was she was like, oh, I already have the tools. I already have it. A lot of times we're so in our head, and we're not really listening to ourselves and quieting our mind and ourselves to the solutions we've already said. It's interesting that I just saw a little bit of technical difficulty. Again, the women begin to turn in and offer solutions for her. Sometimes we're in our head so much that we don't hear the solutions that we're saying. We don't hear them. But when we're in a group, and I saw in real time, again, these women did not know each other. A couple of them had some acquaintance. It seemed like they had some acquaintance with each other. There was a couple there, two women who actually are co-workers. But again, all of them were very foreign. These are new women entering in space. But instinctively, what happens with women in particular, because we have such a nurturing spirit, we want to help. We want to soothe. We want to comfort. And even in a loving, critical way, this is who we are wired to be for most of us, right? And so she saw a solution that was literally right there the whole time. This is not something we created. This is something she said. And so that is the power of being in a circle of influence and support. And it also gave her some accountability, right? So you have all these faces looking at you saying, well, no, you have a degree in advertising. You have a degree. You are a gifted developer. This is what you do. You know what that is. So what does that look like? And immediately, she started writing down, oh, I could do this, right? Because again, we have the solutions for our lives. Sometimes we need to quiet ourselves, and be in a circle of influence and support to hear that solution that we're actually saying, right? And that happens a lot of times. And so one of the things that along this journey before there was Break the Silo, Live on Purpose, Passion, about 2 years ago, I had this idea that I wanted to bring Black women together in a monthly series, some kind of way, just to support each other no matter what road we're on, whether we're entrepreneur, whether we are, corporate America, nonprofit sector, whatever that is, but really help and seed in each other's support along whatever journey or path that we on. And so I happened to meet Tiffany Tolbert, and it was definitely divine design that we met. We met at a networking event, and the very next day, I was actually facilitating a session in which she was a participant. We had no idea that we would see each other again so soon. And we came together to create the Influence Circle. And it's a private monthly breakfast with our peers of Black women that we know. And we come together to cry, to laugh, to support each other, to get information on how we can fill each other's influence circle. So we always leave the session with, what do you need to put in your influence circle? It could be, hey, I'm looking for a new job. Or it could be, I need you all to help me identify someone I'm hiring for. Or, hey, I'm really going through a life-changing event and I need your prayers and I need, resources or support. Or like me, hey, I'm doing this new venture, Break the Silo, Live on Purpose, Passion. And can you share this? Could you support this? Could you let your network know? And so, and I have been encouraged, and honestly, it's given me a place of accountability, because whatever you say, right? Again, what happened with that woman who was trying to figure out this communication issue, instantly there's some accountability because you have said out loud the dilemma and a solution occurred. And so now what are you going to do about it? Right? What are you going to do about it? And so you have all these faces looking at you and hearing that solution you just said. And so now it's about, let's activate it. Let's take action. And so that's the power of a sister circle. And that's one of the resources that we offer at Break the Silo, Live on Purpose, Passion, is group coaching, Break the Silo Sister Circle, because we know how powerful it is that when we create that space, that trusting space, and we're able to share what is on our heart of hearts, some magical things happen, right? Black girl magic really does happen in those spaces. And so that's the importance of that. And so how can you get that, right? How can, you might be new to a city, you might be new to an environment, maybe, you don't know that many women. So one thing I would say, look at your local areas, like your urban league. If you're in a major city, look at your urban. All right. Just want to make sure we're back. So again, here's some tips on how do you join in, or create one for yourself, a network. I think looking at your immediate circle, so whether you go to church or whatever your place of worship where you go, or any spiritual path that you are on in your journey. So who are the women that are in those spaces? And this will take some courage of like, hey, do you want to go out for lunch? Do you want to join me for breakfast? And it could be 2 or 3 women, and just really share, hey, I'm on this journey, and would you all like to be my accountability partner? Again, that's out of comfort zone, right? This is completely external. If you're not that person, think about what are the networks in your community. So there are communities of young nonprofit professionals. There's Urban League if you're in a city. I'm looking at people that are joining us now. Please share some key areas, places where Black women could potentially go who want to congregate with other like-minded Black women to create that support, that sister circle. So I'm looking, please post here and tag folks in your circle to share this resource. Another thing that, honestly, I found beneficial for me is that I connected with my local United Way. And in my local United Way, there is a group called the Women of Coal. And I joined that. And Women of Coal are for people who are donating at United Way at a certain level. And I'm able to participate in events specifically geared to women. So for example, they have an event coming up called Leading a Life of Purpose, and which hundreds of women will come together to listen to other women who have been very successful, to hear from them on how they have been living on purpose, for example. So that's a wonderful way. Your YWCAs typically offer some great programming in their local municipalities for women, and they are really focused on ending racism and really focus on equity. So they do a lot around women's issues, and they support women leadership. So that's also another way to connect and to create that circle. And then another way is to look for those leadership opportunities. So I'm going to give a plug, Break the Silo Live, that we have coming up in June, and then in September, and then in November is also another way to connect. We will be in an intimate setting, maximum of 25 women, in which you can, come together in a safe space to share the journey that you're on, and to get support and get some real-time accountability on your journey. So those are some ways, and that is the real power of being in influence, and having in that influence circle and getting that support you need. I hear Neith, she just added, your coworkers, your community organizations, neighborhood associations, fitness groups are all good places to share, right? All good places to think about ways that you can create that circle for yourself. Again, please note that I'm very clear that that self-confidence piece. So I talked about self-confidence in the last session last Tuesday. So please, go to our Facebook page and get some tools on that, because I do recognize to take that leap if that is not in your own comfort zone, to say, hey, hey ladies, I want to do this, right? Not everybody is in that position right now, but again, we want to support you to get there. So also check out that video from last week where we talk about self-confidence and self-esteem and how to boost that, because all of this work takes courage, and it takes you thinking in abundance, and you have to constantly operate in that abundance realm and comfort, really thinking of abundance and I am in comfort. I am in abundance and I am comfortable at all times, instead of a sense of scarcity when you're in transition, because change, sometimes causes us to be stressful and to forget who we are and whose we are, right? And so I heard an important message actually yesterday. Russell Simmons, I got to hear him talk about abundant thinking and success. And he simply said, you will not go hungry. The mere fact that you are thinking about this and wanting to live on purpose and passion says a lot about where you are in your head, and that your giftedness is being revealed to you in a profound way at this moment. It could be even, well, maybe not profound, it may be in a little way, but it's being revealed to you. And so that abundance thinking is flowing in you. And so you just have to stop fear from ruling what is designed to be yours. You have to stop fear from ruling what is designed to be yours. Again, you are gifted, and we have to stay in that abundance and comfortable realm in our thinking, so that we can really full force move encouraged along this journey. And again, a sister circle will help you do that. Oh, they will help you do that, especially because what happens in the sister circle, and I can tell you from the influence circle, that abundance thinking, all these things start to change together. When you're in that circle, people get new jobs, people create new products, people sever toxic relationships that are not keeping them in that abundance thinking realm. And so that's what I want for you. So again, go back to the self-confidence video if you need a little help with that, in creating that space or talking to other women in this space. Because again, I recognize that it is a very vulnerable space, but we're here to support. So please, in the comments, share your questions. What's happening, what you're thinking of along this journey. We want to hear it. And again, we want you to get deeper in this work. And so please sign up for all 3 sessions of Break the Silo Live. Again, they're happening June 10th, September 16th, and November 18th here in Atlanta. If you can't see us live, that's okay. You can still purchase and get a recording of the event so that you can use over and over again and get most of the benefits that folks in person are getting, including the workbook, the playlists, motivational playlists, the 30-day motivational, daily motivational. And again, if you want to sign up for all 3, again, you have to May 12th to do that. And if you want to compete with getting one of those 3 scholarships that I have available, you also have to do that by May 12th. And again, you have to answer 3 questions, post it on Facebook, tag at Break the Silo on Facebook, or you can do a video and tag at Break the Silo. Let us know that you're applying and answer these 3 questions. What do you want Break the Silo Live help you accomplish? What are your gifts? And how would you use your gifts to serve, to help, to contribute? So again, as I'm signing off, I want to thank you, um, for tuning in with me tonight. And again, I'll be back here next week, same time, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. at Break the Silo, which is our Facebook. Please also like us on Twitter. We provide some motivational and updates on what we're doing on Twitter. Also at Break the Silo. Check us out on our website, breakthesilo.com. Sign up for our newsletter. We do a newsletter that goes out every Monday to kind of keep you updated. Again, in this past newsletter, Lisa Jones, who signed up for all 3 sessions, again, shout out to Lisa, did a video for us and shared why she is, joining us at Break the Silo Live and why she signed up for all 3. She's at a pivotal moment in her life, and she is joining us because, honestly, this is a time to break. It's a time for her to break and get in her head and get some quiet space for her. And so I'm excited. She's one of the women that will be joining us. So please check that out. Also, and again, like us on Facebook at Break the Silo and like us on Twitter. And again, tune in next Tuesday at 9 p.m. And so again, as I always sign out by saying, I hold the highest and greatest intention for your purpose, passion. Some of that is selfish because I know if you are living on your purpose and passion, we are all better for you doing that, because we're going to be reaping some profound benefits because of that. And we're going to be shifting this space and honestly shifting the world when we all do that. So I hold the highest intention for that. And again, Break the Silo Live registration is open. I hope to see you on June 10th. If I don't see you there, please, again, online, email me through our website, contact us on our page on Facebook, or send me a note on Twitter. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much, and good night. Bye-bye.